Hey guys, it's me, TMB Reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing The Great Gatsby.
What kind of a row are you trying to cause in my house?
Before I start with the negatives, which I don't want to be that guy who starts with the negatives. Before I start with the negatives, I want to start with the positives. First of all, the film looks amazing. Everything is exaggerated by colors, wide shots. Although a lot of it is CGI, and you can kind of tell it. Sometimes it still looks really good and emphasizes the spectacle of what's going on. Because when you read the book, it's really not that big of a spectacle thing. It's actually really small and contained, and the parties are. Also, the soundtrack actually really works in this movie. Surprisingly, I know it gets a lot of hate, like, oh, Jay-Z didn't exist back then. I don't really think they meant for it to take place in the movie, even though it does actually take place, like, within the party. But I think it's symbolism for the way jazz is back then to how hip-hop is right now. It's a big party music, whatever. The acting is fantastic. I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio's great. Joel Edgerton's great. Carey Mulligan's great, I guess. It has more to do with how her characters are written, which I'm not that big of a fan of. Who else? Tobey Maguire's great. I mean, I've always liked him. He's interchangeable with plenty of people. His narrating voice is great. Every time he narrates, it sounds great, and I love the way he narrates stuff. But, you know, the awkward close-ups of his face when he sees something needs to stop. Like, his eye, like, why, okay? I don't even think that it's just more funny when it's Tobey Maguire's face, because his eyes just, and I'm like, no, okay? I've always liked Tobey ever since Spider-Man. He's one of my favorites. He's really cool. But yeah, the weird, awkward close-ups of his eyebrows raising when he sees, just please stop with that. Did I already mention Leonardo DiCaprio? I think I did. This review has no structure at all, but whatever. Things that kind of worked. I mean, the script is decent, but almost everything that's super, super good about the script are lines toward right from the book. And I'm not one of those people who says, oh my gosh, the book was so much better, the movie sucked. Like, no. I'm normally on the movie side of the argument, but every piece of, like, really good writing comes straight from the book. The line delivery, on the other hand, is not that great. I mean, some of it's good, but some of it's really awkward, like this.
I've been lying on that sofa for as long as I can remember.
This summer, I'll sort of fling you two together. I'll push you into linen closets and out to sea in boats.
Yeah, that's pretty awkward. And, the CGI was a little weird at sometimes, and the movie it feels kind of bloated. I mean, that's a normal complaint, but what I mean by bloated is the structure of the movie. They should have spent more time on things. Like, some of it felt rushed, and other parts of it felt overly long. Although there's one scene which is definitely the saving grace of this film, is the hotel scene. Now, you got all these actors, Leonardo DiCaprio, Carey Mulligan, Tobey Maguire, Joel Edgerton, and whoever that girl is, the name will be on the screen now, all sitting in a room, and the tension just builds for 10 minutes, and your eyes can't go anywhere except straight towards the screen, and you can't help but watch all these great actors be great together and play off of each other, and the tension in that scene, and the soundtrack, and the pressure of the heat in the room really makes a really good scene. And it's one thing that elevates this film from, like, good to amazing. That's the one super amazing thing about this movie. Okay, visuals, blah, blah, blah. What else did I want to touch on? But yeah, definitely Tobey Maguire's voice is great. His weird close-ups I can live without. Leonardo DiCaprio is amazing. He always is. Carey Mulligan's great. The writing isn't great for her character, but I mean, you can't really fault her for anything. I mean, she did what she was told to do. So, Joel Edgerton is really good. He doesn't even seem like Joel Edgerton. Isla Fisher is actually in this movie. I forgot about that. She doesn't really look like her in that movie. I'm getting off topic. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give The Great Gatsby 8 out of 10. I mean, it's great. I like it. It looks really good. Tobey Maguire's good. Leonardo DiCaprio is great. The soundtrack really works, and I overall like the message of the movie and the tone, and I love that time period. But the script kind of weighs it down a little bit. The awkward close-up of Tobey Maguire's face, um, and the writing isn't that great, and the delivery is pretty bad. So, Great Gatsby gets an 8 out of 10. Hope you guys like this new style. I mean, my last one was overly edited, so I'm going to try not to edit this that much. I mean, it'll be edited a little bit because there's some awkward silences where I'm trying to figure out what to say, but I'll keep the editing down a lot. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed this review. I will see you next Friday.